Imagine waking up to a life you thought was perfect, until a single note shatters everything. Claire Monroe had it all: a loving husband, a beautiful daughter, and a home straight out of a magazine. But on one crisp October morning, a mysterious message arrived: Ethan isn't who you think he is. Look closer. What would you do if the person you trusted most was living a lie? Welcome to Whisper's story, where the truth is never what it seems, and the secrets you uncover might just change your life. Stay with us as we unravel the shocking truth: my husband's hidden double life exposed. You won't believe where this journey takes us, and trust me, you'll want to hear every whisper. Claire Monroe had it all figured out. At 38, she lived in a charming colonial house in Westport, Connecticut. White-clapboard, black shutters, and a porch swing that creaked just right. Her days were a rhythm of small joys: brewing coffee in her sunlit kitchen, sketching design plans for her interior decorating clients, and watching her 9-year-old daughter, Lily, chase fireflies in the backyard. Her husband, Ethan, was the steady heartbeat of it all: a high school history teacher with hazel eyes that crinkled when he laughed and a knack for making even the dullest days feel safe. That October morning felt like any other. The air smelled of fallen leaves and cinnamon from a candle flickering on the counter. Ethan kissed her forehead before heading to work, his familiar cologne, cedar and spice, trailing behind him. "Love you, babe," he called, and Claire smiled, thinking, this is us. Solid. Real. Lily bounded downstairs, humming a pop song, her backpack slung over one shoulder. Claire waved her off to the bus, then settled at her desk, her mind already drifting to a client's living room makeover. Then her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number: "Check your mailbox now." Claire frowned. Spam, probably, but something about it prickled her skin. She stepped outside, the crisp air biting her cheeks, and opened the mailbox. Inside was an envelope, unmarked, containing a single note in jagged handwriting: "Ethan's not who you think he is. Dig deeper." Her pulse quickened. A prank? A mistake? She crumpled it, tossing it into a drawer, but the words stuck like burrs. Dig deeper. Back inside, Claire tried to focus: emails, fabric swatches, but her eyes kept darting to Ethan. That night, he was slicing peppers for tacos, chatting about a student's funny essay. She watched his hands, steady and sure, and thought, he's the same Ethan. My Ethan. Yet the note gnawed at her. She poured a glass of wine, the ruby liquid trembling slightly, and told herself to let it go. But as the house quieted and moonlight spilled through the blinds, she lay awake, the words looping in her mind: "Not who you think he is." The note was a splinter Claire couldn't pull out. She hid it in her desk, but it haunted her. Every creak of the house, every glance Ethan threw her way. She started noticing things she'd brushed off before. His phone, always face down now. The way he'd linger in the garage after work, claiming he was organizing. A receipt for a coffee shop she didn't recognize, tucked in his jacket pocket. It's nothing, she told herself, but her gut twisted. One rainy afternoon, while Lily was at soccer practice, Claire sat in her office, staring at a blank sketchpad. Her thoughts churned. What if it's true? What if he's someone else? She grabbed his phone from the counter, unlocked with Lily's birthday, and scrolled. A text from T: "Tomorrow, 7 a.m., same place." Another: "Can't stop thinking about last time." Her breath caught, sharp as glass. T. Who's T? No photos, no calls logged, just those cryptic messages. Her mind screamed, affair. She didn't sleep that night. The next morning, Ethan left early, mumbling about a staff meeting. Claire waited, then drove to his school, parking across from the lot. His car was there, but he wasn't. She watched, rain streaking the windshield, until she saw him, emerging from a diner 2 blocks away with a woman. Tall, dark-haired, laughing at something he said. They didn't touch, but their ease stabbed Claire deeper than a kiss would have. That's tea, she thought, her hands shaking. Home became a stage. Claire played her part, smiling at dinner, kissing Ethan goodnight, but inside, she was unraveling. She rifled through his things, desk drawers, coat pockets, even the trunk of his car. Nothing solid, just whispers of doubt. Then another text arrived from the unknown number. He's lying to you. Follow him. Her blood froze. Someone's watching me, watch him. She deleted it, but the message burned into her brain. Ethan wasn't just hiding a fling. This was bigger, darker, and it terrified her. Claire couldn't confront Ethan blind. She needed evidence, something to hold up and say, explain this. Her design work piled up, ignored, as she turned detective. Her inner voice was relentless. I won't be the fool. I deserve the truth. She tracked his patterns, early departures on Wednesdays and Fridays, vague excuses about grading or errands. She checked his school schedule. No meetings matched his story. She went further, downloading a tracker app onto his phone, buried in a junk folder. It pinged him at a squat office building downtown, gray, forgettable, with a sign listing random businesses, tax prep, a chiropractor, something called Ellison Consulting. What's there? She wondered, imagining secret deals, a mistress's lair, a criminal hideout. Her thoughts spun wild, but she stayed methodical. One Wednesday, she tailed him. Ethan drove to the office building, parked, and slipped inside a back entrance. Claire waited, her car idling a block away, then crept closer. The building was silent, its windows blank. She hesitated, am I crazy? Then a new text buzzed, you're close. Don't stop now. Her stomach dropped. Who's doing this? Friend? Enemy? She didn't know, but it fueled her. She hired a private investigator, Marla Kane, a woman with a gravelly voice and sharp eyes. Marla dug fast. Ethan met the diner woman, Tara Ellison, at the building twice weekly. Tara was a paralegal, no ties to his school. Marla uncovered a bank account Claire didn't recognize. Ethan's name, $60,000, deposits from miscellaneous sources, withdrawals to a group called Horizon Fund. Money? Drugs? Blackmail? Claire's mind raced. Marla shrugged. Could be anything. Keep pushing. Claire set a trap. She told Ethan she'd be out of town for a client pitch, then checked into a motel nearby. At 1 a.m., he left the house, driving to the office building. She followed, headlights off, parking in shadows. He entered with a duffel bag, emerging an hour later without it. What's in there? She thought, her pulse hammering. Another text, you're almost there. Be careful. She gripped her phone, whispering to herself, I will. Claire was in too deep to turn back. The anonymous guide, the money terror, it was a web, and Ethan was at its center. She'd corner him soon, but the truth felt like a beast, lurking just out of sight. Claire's breaking point came on a Friday. Marla's latest report, Ethan dropped off cash, at the building, meeting Tara and a man Marla couldn't ID. The Horizon Fund was a ghost. No website, no records. Claire's thoughts screamed, enough hiding. Lily was at a friend's. The house was hers. She waited until Ethan left, his usual early meeting excuse ringing hollow, then followed him to the office building. She slipped inside after him, the air thick with dust and secrets. A hallway stretched ahead, dim and lined with doors. Voices murmured from the end. Her sneakers squeaked faintly as she crept closer, her inner voice a mantra, face it. Whatever it is. She peeked through a cracked door, Ethan, Tara, and a grizzled man in a suit, hunched over a table strewn with papers and photos. A map on the wall marked spots along the river. What the hell? She burst in, her voice cutting the silence. Ethan, what is this? He spun, eyes wide, the color draining from his face. Claire, how? Terror froze, and the older man glared, but Claire didn't flinch. The texts. The money. Her. She pointed at Tara, trembling. Ethan stammered, it's not what you think, but she snapped, then tell me. The truth hit like a tidal wave. Not an affair, not a scam, but a crusade. Ethan was part of an underground network fighting a pharmaceutical giant, Nexpharm, dumping toxins into the river, poisoning kids in poor neighborhoods, covering it up with bribes. Tara was their legal muscle. The older man, Victor, a rogue ex-employee turned whistleblower. The Horizon Fund funneled cash to lawyers, doctors, families, off the grid to dodge Nexpharm's lawyers. Ethan had joined after a student got sick, too ashamed to tell Claire he'd risked their safety. But there was more. Victor spoke, voice rough. Nexpharm knows we're close. They've got people watching us, and you. Claire's mind reeled. The texts weren't from an ally, but a Nexpharm mole, baiting her to expose Ethan. I led them to him. Her knees buckled. Ethan grabbed her arm, pleading, I wanted to protect you, but she pulled away, thinking, you broke us for this. Outside, tires screeched. Victor cursed. Nexpharm's hired muscle, tipped off by Claire's tailing. Ethan shoved papers into a bag, shouting, we have to go. Claire ran with them, adrenaline drowning her shock. They piled into Tara's car, peeling away as headlights flared behind. Claire's thoughts collided. He's a hero. He's a liar. And now we're targets. They hid in a safe house, a rundown cabin an hour north. Claire sat by a cracked window, watching snow dust the pines, her mind a battlefield. Ethan explained everything, the late nights, the secrecy, the fear. He'd seen kids, Lily's age, dying from Nexpharm's greed, and couldn't stand by. I should have told you, he whispered, and she saw the Ethan she'd loved, brave, broken hers. But trust was ash, rebuilding would take time. The twist came at dawn. Victor got a call. The mole was caught, a Nexpharm fixer who'd overplayed his hand. The texts stopped, but the danger didn't. Nexpharm was desperate, lawsuits piling up as evidence leaked. Claire made her choice. She wouldn't just stand by. She joined them, using her design contacts to fundraise, her voice to spread the word. I've been blind, she thought. No more. Months later, spring thawed the tension. Nexpharm's CEO was indicted. The river cleanup began. Claire and Ethan weren't the same. Stronger maybe, but scarred. Lily asked, why's mommy so fierce now? Claire hugged her, thinking, because I woke up. Her life wasn't perfect. It was raw, real, and hers to fight for. Claire stood on her porch, the air sweet with lilac. I thought I'd lose him. I found me. The postcard life was gone, replaced by something truer, and that was everything. When your world flips, what keeps you standing? Share your story at Whisper Story. We're listening. Claire's world was turned upside down, but in the wreckage, she found something stronger, the truth and herself. At Whisper Story, we believe that every secret holds a lesson, and every whisper can change your life. If Claire's journey gripped you, unsettled you, or made you question what's hiding in your own life, you're not alone. We're here to explore the stories that others dare not tell. Don't miss the next whisper. Subscribe to Whisper Story today. Whether you're listening over coffee, during your commute, or late at night when the house is quiet, we'll be there, unraveling the truths that matter. Click that subscribe button, and join our community of curious minds. Because here at Whisper Story, the most powerful stories are the ones you never saw coming.